to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Stay away from cities with dyke mayors. They spray the pipes major. Don't play with your life, player, or shake the dice, player. But if you got a quota, then stay away from toddlers. These bitches are fight promoters. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Train your toddler. Please train your toddler. Whippings, timeouts, take her allowance. Cause I swear she will destroy your life if you allow it. Fucking, I'm tired of rapping. Yo, low, bring in the choir. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare.
Why did Daddy say so?
Because we were talking about every night, I wanted some boyfriend, so I'm moving out.
Because Daddy told you can't have a boyfriend in his house? So you're moving out?
Yes.
Welcome to the Dirty Folks Daycare. I am your tolerologist, Dirty Folks. And look, I was gonna say this tomorrow, but then I saw a Good Bread show and I got inspired. So we're gonna kick it off right now, man. Whoever want to see it tomorrow, watch it tomorrow on the playback. You feel me? All right, so I've decided, well, actually I decided about 3-4 years ago that I don't trust nothing baby boomers say. And a lot of your greatest economists aren't really economists. I want to say that. I know that's going to be controversial to a couple of you coloreds, but most of your economists aren't economists. They're racialists. I would say Thomas Sowell is an academic, right? Which is phenomenal from where he came from a high school dropout to going to the service to attending Harvard, Oxford, Chicago State University. Like, shout out to him. But he's an academic. He deals in theory. Another one of you guys' heroes is Claude Anderson, which is we're about to talk about right now. And Claude deals in race, right? And an ethnic group. So a lot of things that he says is gloom and doom. But from a tolerology mind, because as a child, I thought Clarence Thomas was a coon. Now I'm like, yo, he's a great American hero. As a child, I thought as a child. As an adult, I realized Claude Anderson is just a boomer. He sounds like my dad. There's a racism is like religion in this auspice, that it sounds great when you pair it by itself, but if you compare with other things that are going on historically at that time, you're like, yo, I don't know about this. Sound like some slave shit. And you know, I'm not one to take my shirt off and run in the forest. So we're gonna listen to one of Dr. Claude Anderson's most popular speeches, interviews, and we're gonna dissect it. Because I need you guys to understand, once again, just like earlier, that it's not that the information is bad, it's that the information is black. You got to talk tribally. So there's gems in everything, even though everything is always gloom and doom when you listen to the colors, because they like being perpetual victims. I'm gonna show you this clip, then I'm gonna show you something else, and I'm gonna show you another clip, because that's how this gonna go. And then I'm gonna open up the chat, because I want you guys to come through, and y'all got questions or comments or whatever, we can chop it up. So let's start at the beginning. So this is Dr. Claude Anderson in 1995 doing a an interview about his book Powernomics, which is what put him on a national stage, right? He was already a cult figure, but Powernomics took him to a national level. So let's go back and listen to. I'll say when we finish watching this clip. Let's go and look at this clip, and then we'll come back and we'll dissect it.
2015, because what I've concluded from analysis is that there are going to be a converging of social factors nationally and internationally that's going to place blacks in a permanent status of underclassship. And one, we anticipate by that point in time, based on all the research that's coming to us, that the next generation of whites is going to be more anti-black than they've been since the civil rights movement.
Pause. Let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. Two things. Three things. One, y'all got to stop listening to people just because they're articulate. Two, you need to stop listening to people just because they have a title, because a lot of people with titles are dumb as shit. I'm not saying Dr. Claude Anderson is dumb as shit, but I'm saying generally speaking. But I already did a video on people who get PhD. So, yeah. But you need to stop listening to people that's articulate. You take Alexandra Ortiz Costa. AOC is an articulate idiot. There's a lot of people who say ask instead of ask. And you be like, oh, they smart. Because no, nigga, they just dumb and they can speak the language in which they were born in. I always thought it was weird when people look at Tony and swarthy men or women, but mostly men, and say, oh my God, you speak so well. Bitch, this is my native tongue. Of course I can speak. You goofy bitch. Look. But that's because coloreds love to be ignorant. They take pride in being ignorant. They take pride in being country. They take pride in being dumb. They take pride in calling the smartest people coons. They want to be dumb. They want to be a permanent underclass. So, which brings me to number three. He says that, man, blacks are at the precipice of becoming a permanent underclass. Black in itself as a ethnic classification is a permanent underclass. You don't have to be black. I keep telling you all that. But black is American born, American made. The term black, right? You don't necessarily think of foreigners that are of swarthy complexion as part of the permanent underclass. And they don't call themselves black. They call themselves what they are. I'm Salvadorian. I'm Nigerian. I'm Senegalese. They're not black. Black is a nothing. Black belongs to America to denote the permanent underclass. Or in our case, black denotes women, gay, felon, right? So if he's saying that black is perched to be a permanent underclass, it is what it was before we got here. We're gonna play that back though, because I want y'all to see it with the correct conceptualism.
What I've concluded from analysis is that there are going to be a converging of social factors nationally and internationally that's going to place blacks in a permanent status of underclassship. And one, we anticipate by that point in time, based on all the research that's coming to us, that the next generation of whites is going to be more anti-black than they've been since the civil rights movement.
Pause. So now we're talking about the civil rights movement. The civil rights movement was in roughly 1948 to 1968, 20-year run. To say that other races are going to be more racist than they were before the civil rights movement is a misnomer. It's really a red herring, right? People compete. Men compete. I know y'all listen to toddlers a lot. Y'all listen to these women, gays, and felons a lot. But men compete in more than just sports. Men compete. So when men are in competition, it's not because you're black that they're competing with you. It's because we're all in a competition for resources, whether it's money, women, land, whatever it is. We're always competing as men, not as blacks. Blacks don't compete. Blacks just complain and act victim. But men compete. So if they're talking about other ethnic groups competing with blacks and blacks aren't equipped to compete, sound personal as shit. I want to tell you something. I want to show you guys something because this isn't just a ill. Like I'm not crapping on Claude Anderson. Not because I don't like Mr. Anderson. I don't even know this man. I mean, he is a boomer though, and I'm kind of anti-boomer in general. But I come from a level of expertise because when I'm not gangbanging, I need you guys to. I'm gonna show you guys something. I need to charge more too, by the way. I wrote this book, The Formula: Chemistry Hope for Black America. It's an entire book about. That's when I was still black before I realized it's toddlers are the ops. But this is and even then it was only about men. This entire book was about black economics, right? Number 4 book in the nation. I'm still getting calls to tour off this book that I wrote. When did I write this motherfucker? 2014. Yeah, November 3rd, 2014. I'm still getting tour dates off this book. So when I say this, I'm saying it as a guy who studies economics, a guy who my dream is to own a bank. Like I play with the money, B. Play with the money. Even before I went legit, I played with the money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying this as someone ignorant to what Claude Anderson is talking about. I'm saying this from a position of, as I listen to him, I'm like, yo, this is race baiting. This isn't economics at all. Especially when you consider the name of the book was Powernomics and how he's blaming racism for the lack of economics. But we're going to get into that in a minute. Look at Tola using that high school words. Man, look at you. I'm so proud of you, Tola. Anyway, let's go back to Claude. Claude gonna say some more Claude shit. And once again, this isn't anti-Claude. This is times change, people change. Your angle has to change. But the more things change, the more they stay the same.
So obviously the wealth is frozen in this society. Whites now control almost 100%, Daryl, of all the wealth, the income, the power, the resources, the privileges, the businesses, and all levels of government. Black folk do not have the sufficient wherewithal to be able to manage their lives and compete. Now, contrary with
Pause. I need you to hear what he said. He said that you don't have the wherewithal to manage your life or compete. If that don't sound like some daycare shit, welcome to the daycare, Dr. Anderson.
Mama,
But okay.
anybody tells you we cannot compete because we don't have it. It's not a question of that we are genetically inferior or inferior as human beings. It's that you do not have the appropriate tools and devices and controls and mechanisms to be able to compete with other groups. But certainly,
You don't have the devices, the mechanisms, or the control to deal with other groups. Older black men hate you. You know that, right? All these motherfuckers over the age of 55, all these cold ass niggas, you know they hate you, right? You know all they really wanted to be was a white woman their entire life, but they have a masculine frame. You understand that, right? Let me show you guys something. Why they're saying that black people don't have the wherewithal or the look. Let me show you guys a few things. And he's going to talk about this later. So I'm going to come back to this later. So I'm not going to go through point by point right now. I just want to give you guys a general understanding of what he's talking about when he says that blacks, because he's talking about a color. He's not talking about he's talking about nothing, right? No national, no ethnic, just black. When he's saying that they don't have the wherewithal, let me show you a few things that were happening. You know what? I'm gonna save it for what I saved before. We're gonna go to this last part, then I'm gonna show you this, and then I'm gonna open up the chat too. Matter of fact, I'm opening up the chat right now. I just ain't gonna let y'all alone until I show this last piece. Like and sub as y'all come in, man. Like and sub as y'all come in. Y'all could be doing anything, man, but y'all here with me, and I appreciate that, man. I appreciate y'all. I want to show you this last part, and then we'll get into the real science.
I would like you to address, if we take a look at a few points and just summarily talk about them. For instance, what's wrong with blacks politically in America, and why haven't we made more strides?
Because for a number of reasons. First of all, because we still tend to think that partisanship is important to black folk. And but whites do not place as much importance on partisanship, political partisanship, as we do. See, when black folk did not belong to any party, and they were independent, they were enslaved. From 1618 up until 1866, black.
Pause. Fucking pause. I was gonna let it play out, and I'm still let it play out. But let's put a few things in proper context. He says from 1618 to whatever time he says, I'll rewind it. But in 1618, two things are happening here. Two things are simultaneously happening. Number one, even though he keeps yelling black, 1618 is when Europeans actually struck land in North America. They had already been in South America, taking over the Aztecs and the Incas, but they didn't get to North America until 1618. This is where you get the story of Pocahontas. I could pull that up if you like me to. America didn't start to 1776. There were no political parties. That's a misnomer. You hear how y'all try to, don't listen to, just because they articulate does not mean they're intelligent. I'm not saying he's unintelligent. I'm saying that motherfuckers will use 3-syllable words to confuse you, my niggas. That's number one. Number two. Let him say number two. I'll probably stop that too, because he's just talking.
Blacks were slaves. They didn't belong to any party, and they got slavery out of it. From 1866 to 1936, about 96% of all the blacks in the United States belonged to the Republican Party. What they got was Jim Crowism out of it.
Pause. Okay. From 1886 to 1936, everybody was Republican, and all we got is Jim Crow. Okay, cool. Let me show you guys something. The first black man elected to Congress was nearly blocked from taking the slot, right? By a decade more, 15 more black men to take their seats in the House and the Senate during Reconstruction. That was 1870. Slavery was over in 1865, let's say. And by 1870, black guys were already in Congress. The reason that things didn't go differently, I'll address in a minute. But I just want to say that we were Republican because Democrats, or you can call them Dixiecrats, whatever the case may be, Democrats have always been the most racist party, right? So the reason that the Constitution, by constitutional right, that black people weren't even allowed to take office until 1866 and got in this bitch in 1870, which is the next election cycle that they could possibly, maybe in 1868, I'm not sure, but 1870 was probably the next election cycle they can get in, and they got in was because they were already here. So even by his definition of coming through in 1618, that would say that we're already indigenous to this land. If you're talking about 1870 election, even though we couldn't even run for office in 1866, that means you're already indigenous to the land, because no foreigner can hold these positions at that time, right? And to this day, a foreigner still can't hold the position of president, right? That's why they had the whole birther incident with Obama, right? At that time, Democrats were the party of white Southern men. And that's how you got Jim Crow, right? Jim Crow was Jim Crow because the president at that time, which was, I forgot, because Kennedy got assassinated and then his vice president came through, and I can't think his vice president name, but I guarantee you we can find out. It's not a problem. Lincoln's vice president. President Lincoln's vice president was Andrew Johnson. And Andrew Johnson was a Southerner. Andrew Johnson was the Donald Trump of his time. Like Donald Trump was a billionaire, but other billionaires didn't really accept him like that. Like he wasn't part of the Billionaire Boys Club. He wasn't with the Koches and all that, the Koch brothers and all of them. He knew him, but they wouldn't really accept him. Same thing with Andrew Johnson. Andrew Johnson was from the South and of the South, but they didn't really accept him down South because he wasn't an aristocrat. He came from humble means, and his whole thing was he just wanted to be accepted. Right? So it's also a misnomer to say that we were Republicans from, oh, that's the one. We were Republicans from then to 1937, and we had no political power, like we were just voting for nothing. That is a misnomer, gentlemen, because being a Republican allowed us to get a voice. Now the problem is, and I'll talk about the problem in a minute, but I'm gonna let him say his third thing, and then I'm gonna come back and tell you what the real problem was. But I'm gonna also tell you why this victim shit makes no sense, because men are awesome, men are motherfucking awesome, and your ops have always been Keisha. Keisha has kept you from your quote unquote American journey. And they still are by saying the same shit they were saying 150 years ago. But let's go back to the good doctor.
From 1936 up to 1996, almost 97% of all the blacks in the United States belong to the Democratic Party. What they've gotten is benign neglect. So partisanship.
Okay, Democrats have given you benign neglect. I give you that. But he said from 1937 to now, I guess. So you got some. This is Jackie Robinson. He's something like a legend. Y'all heard of him. Integrated Major League Baseball. All of the thing about the reason I'm showing you this, because he said from 1937 to whatever. Jackie Robinson was brought up to the Dodgers on April 15th, 1947. I need y'all to understand that. There is a poster. Let me see if I can find it. There's a poster of Jackie Robinson voting Republican. So I need you guys to understand that even up until then, blacks are voting Republican. Hold on, here it is right here. Jackie Robinson was a Republican until the GOP became the white man's party. Right? It says it right here. So Jackie Robinson was still voting Republican when he got in to the major leagues. The reason that blacks became Democrat is see what day this was. Let's see what date this was. Show you guys a story. Don't listen to these niggas because they dying to floss, bro. These niggas that have you a victim forever, man. Tribe up. Martin Luther King, an emergency call to Montgomery. This is the day that blacks became Democrats. Just after one of history's most pivotal moments, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. came to Montgomery, Alabama to honor the Freedom Riders as an organized assemblage of activists and citizens that traveled aboard interstate buses through terminals in the South. The original intent was to ride from Washington, D.C. to New Orleans in 13 days in May of 1961. 1961, gentlemen. Y'all see it. Do I need to make it bigger? The bus was besieged by mob violence in Alabama, so U.S. Attorney General Robert Bobby Kennedy, which was supposed to be the president, but he died. So that's how John became the president, because it was all brothers, right? Because their dad was the man. That bootlegging man he was an American king without a monarchy, right? The Kennedy brothers have been trying to get Martin Luther King to be a political figure. MLK was like, man, he ain't into politics. He just into making sure his people all right. They was like, yo, we need you. He was like, man, whatever. They was like, yo, we know you fucking with these white girls. We know you talking to Gandhi. He a socialist. We know you fucking with them communists over there. You sure you don't want to turn all the colors to Democrats? He like, nah, man, that ain't my shit though, B. I be fucking some white girls here and there, but yo, I ain't into politics, B. I'm just a pastor. Okay, cool. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Martin. You got you, Marty. In 1961, he got caught up in that goddamn Abernathy church right here. Here say, after attempt to continue their journey to New Orleans, they reached word reached the U.S. Marshals that Dr. King planned to address the gathering at Reverend Ralph Abernathy's First Baptist Church on the evening of May 21st, 1961. 1961. Right? I'll tell you what happened, because I ain't gonna read the whole thing. I'll tell you what happened though. What happened was he ran up in that church and the white boys trapped him, secured the doors, was going to Molotov cocktail that bitch. Martin got on the phone with the White House. First of all, though, shout out to Martin for either having his phone book on him or having the White House number memorized. Because they had rotary phones back then, my G. He was I fucked up, hang up. And he called Bobby, was like, yo, Bobby, these crackers got me trapped in this church. They finna murderize us. And Bobby was like, all right, I'm gonna send the marshals down. But if I get you up out this jam, Marty, you better tell everybody to vote Democrat. Marty, like, bet, dog, I got you. I'll tell all the colors to vote Democrat, man. Just get me up out this jam. So in 1961 was the first time that there was a mass exodus from coloreds to the Democratic Party because everybody was following Martin. Claude Anderson yelled in 1937, but I just showed y'all in 1947, the most popular colored at that time, because the civil rights movement hadn't really jumped off yet, was Jackie Robinson, and he was voting Republican. You think he was going against the grain? You think he was just voting for the white people and everybody else was voting for black and people were still showing up at that would have been bad for Jackie Robinson image. Their whole purpose was to get the colored dollars to merge with the white dollars and shut down the Negro League. So he was voting how his people vote. Minstrels always do. As rich, as filthy rich as P. Diddy is, it would behoove him to be Republican. But when he says vote or die, he's talking about Democrats. Because minstrels always vote in the way that people want their colors to vote. Feel me? Makes sense? I'm gonna get y'all that though. Listen to these niggas because they're down the floss, bro. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to your man's Claude. Wind it a little bit. It's only a few more seconds we doing. We're gonna do this whole thing over. Because we're gonna do in a few seconds of it. I just want y'all to listen to it with the new context that I gave y'all.
few points and just summarily talk about them. For instance, what's wrong with blacks politically in America, and why haven't we made more strides?
Because for a number of reasons. First of all, because we still tend to think that partisanship is important to black folk. And but whites do not place as much importance on partisanship, political partisanship, as we do. See, when black folk did not belong to any party, and they were independent, they were enslaved. From 1618 up until 1866, blacks were slaves. They didn't belong to any party, and they got slavery out of it. From 1866 to 1936, about 96% of all the blacks in the United States belonged to the Republican Party. What they got was Jim Crowism out of it. From 1936 up to 1996, almost 97% of all the blacks in the United States belonged to the Democratic Party. What they've gotten is benign neglect. So partisanship is not the issue. The issue is that black folk have never had an effective strategy for dealing with white racism in this country. That's the
Pause. And that's how we're going to play on that. Okay, here's the thing. What he's saying now is black folks have never... Niggas fight the wrong fight. What he's saying is black folks never... Say that shit again.
1966 to 1936, about 96% of all the blacks in the United States belonged to the Republican Party. What they got was Jim Crowism out of it. From 1936 up to 1996, almost 97% of all the blacks in the United States belonged to the Democratic Party. What they've gotten is benign neglect. So partisanship is not the issue. The issue is that black folk have never had an effective strategy for dealing with white racism in this country.
Black folks have never had an effective strategy for dealing with white racism in America. He's blaming white people for tribalism and nationalism. All right. Here's my issue with that. Guys. Every policy they had was for the colors. Whether it's good or bad, every policy they have was for the colors. So when he was saying that, and then all his numbers was off, but let's say from 18 something to 1937, even though it's wrong. Let's say from 1890 to 1937, even though there were black people elected in the Senate as early as 1870. Let's say that that's true. Let me show you what else was going on around that time. Because I need you guys to understand, but you got to put context on this shit. Show you something. As early as 1850, let me make this bigger for you. Well, I just lost it. Anyway, as early as 1850, white women were setting up the women's reform movement. White women were already feeling like chattel property because they couldn't own homes, they couldn't vote, all that shit, right? White women aligned themselves with black men, because they figured if black men got their rights, white women would have to as well, right? And black men have been attached to white women the entire rip, even through the civil rights movement, which became the feminist movement, right? So they're saying that black men were never acknowledged, but everybody attaches their move to black men. But black men attach themselves to Keisha. That's why y'all don't get shit. Show you something else. Around that same time, you get the $5 Indians. The $5 Indians came out in late 1870s, early 1880s. Yeah, right. No, I'm wrong. The Allotment Act of 1887, which is called the Dawes Act, that was a lot. It was giving Native Americans the opportunity to cede land, right? To get their own land, which is really what reparations is. It's land. It's not a check. Why do you want to check for motherfuckers that print money and can do inflation at any time? Make a can of beans $200. Why would you want that? Anyway, this is what happened when you let women teach your children. Anyway, but because of that, because of the Dawes Act, and they were allowing tribes to cede their land to the United States and get individual allotments. It was meant to be a definitive record of individuals with Indian blood. But white men were spending $5, which I guess was a lot of money at the time, in order to buy their way into. There's 12 tribes all the way. This is so disrespectful. The 5 civilized tribes. There's 12 tribes in the Muskegon Tribal Alliance. It's the civilized part that gets me, y'all. So when they say civilized, they mean sellout. These are the 5 tribes: the Cherokee, the Choctaw, the Chickasaw, the Creek, and the Seminole were selling basically for $5, they were letting people buy their way in and say they were Indians. Right? Here go that word again, African Americans. See how they rebrand you while you're still alive? These people, the dark skinned one, they had to go to reclassification schools to learn that they were Negroes, because there wasn't no African American back then, but they were really native. So when grandmas was like, you got Indian in your blood, you really had Indian in your blood. But they were reclassifying you through the public school system run by gay white men and white women. That's who was teaching you, gay white men and white women. And to this day, that's who's still teaching your kids, gay white men and white women and black women that wish they was white. That's why they wear fake hair and cosplay and shit. So there has never been a time from the time of the women's reform movement to the $5 Indian to the civil rights movement, which brought in feminism, to Black Lives Matter, which brought in LGBT. There has never been a time in American history where America didn't try to support you, but you was too fucking scared to bow down. Like, yo, it's mine, get down and lay down, and you let everybody else take your shit. There's never been a time that you've not been a coward. There's never been a time that you tribed up. You just color coordinated. Black and brown coalition. LGBT is the new black. Karen is the new black. You steady let these motherfuckers take your slot. Black girl magic. These bitches ain't even black when they do shit. They magicians. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? This isn't radical that I'm talking about. I'm just talking man shit. It sounds weird when you think black, but I'm talking man shit. In every pathway, they said this is the pathway to your emancipation. Tawny and swarthy, man. The problem I have with this Powernomics speech is that that ain't him. What he does, and what he does very well and very effectively, is makes you a victim and say white people control your destiny. When white people have been trying to tell you, man, get on your own motherfucking feet forever. And I'm not saying that they haven't tried, that the common racism didn't exist. So I ain't saying none of that. What I'm saying is he's making it sound like everything, like white people have to be the road to your salvation. And if they don't give you a pathway, you won't have a path. But there was a fourth part I wanted to play, but I didn't put the timestamp down. He started talking about minority groups like the Jews. So let me see if I can find that real quick.
On a public policy that's gone in a complete circle, 360 degrees. First of all, we were denied education. Then we moved from a denied education policy about what we want our schools to do for black folks.
Something about education. I don't give a fuck about education.
At the point in time, they'll watch you and they give some credence to the effects of your.
Anyway, what he said was, this is the contradiction. What else on? Let me finish the sentence. Here's the contradiction. The contradiction is there's a point in which he says white people have to open up the pathway for you. Then the next thing he says is minority groups can make it happen. The NRA made it happen. LGBT made it happen. The Jewish community made it happen. And he talks about all these minority groups that made it happen. But blacks need fair representation to make it happen. And at some point, and then I'm gonna let Zone rock out with his passport gang shit. At some point, what he's saying is colors don't have the money to exert power. And he's making it sound like money is power. But all these other groups, including the women's reformation movement, one of the biggest things that they said was they were trying to get reforms with with limited means. Can't really see where it's saying that, but I read it in there. They were talking about how they organize with limited means. No fringe group ever has resources. What they have is wherewithal, ingenuity, sweat equity, grassroots support. They never have resources. But now motherfuckers want to tell you that money is power. And I'm finna open up the chat after this quick message. Toddler tales are crazy stories that could only happen to me. Each tale is endorsed by Toddlerology and the Marry Your Secretary courses. In a world where toddlers are only loyal to her employer, learn the skills needed to train your toddler to work at your relationship like she works at her job. There's courses for every level of your relationship status, including polygamy. Need support? Join scheduled study groups with other Toddlerology members. Click the link below. And now, back to today's story. What's poppin', gentlemen?
What's going on, Dodie? What up? Zone, what up, Zone?
What's going on, Mr. Goodbread? What up, dirty folks? Y'all see my black queen? Y'all see me holding hands with my black queen right there?
Yeah, I see you with your slave owner. What's poppin', Zone?
Man, I don't like how you coming at my boy Dr. Claude Anderson like that, man. We gonna have to get down, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
first of all, he ain't on your side, man. Look at these yellow niggas, bro. These yellow niggas always trying to be dark skinned, bro. Don't let this motherfucker take your spot. It's always the light skinned niggas that be trying to be thugs after they did splits all through high school. He ain't one of you, bro. Don't worry about him.
Dr. Claude Anderson ain't one of me.
Nah.
The man that, the man that worked with Strom Thurmond and you know what I'm saying, and went through all of that BS to get us where we are today.
Nah, man, he too light skinned it. He don't pass the paper bag test, man.
Yeah, yo. Anybody trying to sell people on this, I'm a victim, they not for us, bro. Because we not victims, Zone.
Nah, I get it though. Nah, I get it. The thing about Dr. Claude Anderson, you see, because I'm gonna keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Like I listened to a lot of Dr. Claude Anderson. And the thing with Dr. Claude Anderson is like he's a tricky one because you see interviews like this, where he is basically everything that came out of his mouth sounded like the Victim Olympics, but then when you go and you listen to him on other platforms, he's talking about how his family was one of the first families in North Carolina to have, their own bus line and their own taxi company. And, and he's talking about, his theology of Powernomics and coming together, basically kind of tribing up.
He's not talking about tribing up. He's colorizing.
Well, yeah, I'm saying yes, he's colorizing, but what I'm saying is, like, that's what I'm saying. If you listen to the interview that you just played, and then if you like just go on Google, YouTube, and search around, he got tons of video.
I know I can show you his Breakfast Club video when he see a black woman and he switch up and say, "Oh, I'm a powerful man." And let me tell you something, man. Boomer men sound like white women. They're all victims and heroes of their story at the same time. But there are no villains. The villain is imaginary.
Perfect example. That was good. That was a good analogy right there.
That's if it's any villains, it's your own people. If it's any villains.
Yep.
But you can't 90% of white supremacy is really tolerant. You can't blame black women because you're selling black. So You have an imaginary villain.
Exactly. Just like the women. The women swear up and down somebody's hating on them on social media, and ain't nobody even paying them no fucking attention.
That's
What's your
true.
on this good bread?
Same old shit, man. You know, I'm just chilling, man. It's a cool old Sunday. I'm laid back, chilling. You know what I mean? We had a great ass week in the Righteous Fair, man. It's been a hell of a fun week this week, yo.
Yeah, man. It's no race to 1,000. I need to make a plug. Some like a sub, motherfuckers.
Yeah, what KDH was saying over there in the new state of the art school was kind of, that's kind of spooky, son. We gotta link up, yo, on Dirty. So I want you to try a couple of tricks, and if those tricks don't work, then I know they got a hit on our ass, b. They got a hit on us. Nah, they got a hit on us, boy.
It could be how I post the algorithms, the hashtags I use or don't use, or I'll accept all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure a 14-year-old kid can come and change my whole life. I'm pretty sure.
Nah, yeah, you know, I'm a nigga nerd. I didn't turn myself into a nigga nerd now. So I'm telling you, Dirty, what it really is, it's gonna be them shorts. It's gonna be your short content, bro. The funnies, the shorts. Like, guys, if y'all could do me a solid, guys, take some clippings and stop sending me. You know what? Don't send me no more content right now, bro. Guys, I am locked up, right? So I got 9 people sending me content, and I appreciate the content. But what I don't want to happen is I don't want me not to get to it, and then y'all get into attack mode and shit. You know what I mean? I don't want to miss anybody's content. I know how much that shit mean to y'all. So just stop sending me the content. I'd rather you start clipping the videos, y'all. Clip the streams that we do, you know what I mean? And send those so that way we can upload them in the short form, throw a title on.
Which
That's what
reminds me, there you go.
facts though. That's gonna get it jumping, because that was my little blueprint. That's my little secret. You know me, I don't have no secrets, bro. I share with the tribe. Part of the reason why right now I got good momentum on this new state of the art school is them shorts, bro. I put out 15 pieces of short content before I even did that live yesterday, and then before I even put out a short form content. So I'm just gaining the how they say, I'm gaining authority over the niche and over the algorithms, because we create our own niche and our own algorithm with our titles. You know what I mean?
I
So
want I want to
You
get a big
gotta you gotta
credits.
have them backup channels too. You gotta have, just like you got racks on racks on racks. You gotta have channels on channels on
Right.
channels. So
I got the economy report channel. We good on that. The I want to give a shout out real quick to the daycare, man. Y'all do send me clips. All these are clips that you guys send me. Like I link them up every week. That's how I put y'all name in the hat. So I appreciate y'all, man. Keep sending the clips, and I'm gonna do a better job of downloading them instead of just showing them and using them as shorts on YouTube. Um, and TikTok. I'm gonna give me a TikTok. Um, bro, as far as this video goes, man, because I know I've been trashing the boomers all day.
oh yeah, nigga. He said all day, like, oh yeah, bro.
oh man, we lucky we ain't got Mr. O on this thing, because you know Mr. O, he stay on the boomers' heads. With let me ask you something. So with Dr. Claude Anderson, you don't think, and I know you said he speaks in color, which he does. You don't think his ideology of Powernomics is similar to Tribe and Up when he talks about group economics, stuff like that?
No. I'll tell you why though. I'll explain why. And it comes back to the W.B. Du Bois philosophy of the talented 10. Right?
Mm-hmm.
When you start talking about the talented 10, you start talking about social media influencers, basically. The top 10 You might get a couple of guys who actually run a business, but the top 10 are social media influencers. I know people hate to hear this, but Malcolm X was a social media influencer. He had no policy. He was just telling you to do shit, right?
Yep.
Most of these people are social media influencers, and then they get the top 10% of social media influencers and say, yo, we can make policy for the 90%, even though none of us know policy.
Right.
I'll show you the flip side. You show me, first of all street gangs, whether it's GDs, Blackstones, White Lords, Crips, Bloods, MS-13, they were all started by 14 to 16-year-old boys. All of them. Impoverished boys at that. Boys that knew that the first thing we had to do was protect ourselves. So we move as a group, as a tribe. The second thing we have to do is be able to feed the shooter. Right? So
Right.
they start off with petty, like shoplifting or pimping or the numbers racket or whatever. And then they moved to drugs, and drugs got more profitable. What they never got the opportunity to do, thanks to the feds, is transfer that money into the to logistics, to legal ways to get money. The same way the mafia had the opportunity to when they took over trucking in the unions. Right?
Right.
But to tribe means that you need the people that do shit to be part of your tribe, not the people that talk shit. You can see the same thing with the algorithms on YouTube. I talk good shit all the time, and people that fuck with me, fuck with me. But then you'll see somebody that say that catfishers. You see a bunch of catfishers with 600,000 subs.
Right.
The Melanie Kings, the what's shorty from Chicago, the Kendra G's, the the young man, and I ain't shitting on dude. He believe in it, but the dudes that's all the passport gang dudes.
Yeah.
Anybody that could sell a fantasy that life can be better, or any chick that says not all women. They went from not all women to those women. Whoever can sell the fantasy becomes a social media influencer. Whatever girl on Instagram got big titties, social media influencer. The people who actually know policy, nobody gives a shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
When you start talking to talented, tempted black people, and I always found this weird because I went to a historically black college. I went to Savannah State. And had I not gone to Savannah State, I would have gone to Johnson C. Smith University, which is also a black college in Charlotte, North Carolina. And what I always found incredible about HBCUs, and I visited a bunch of them because, we go through the black college retreat shit in high school, is in all these black schools, they only had Greek frats. So you're already being socialized not to give a fuck about black if you want to be successful.
Right.
You have all these people telling you that the best way to go about it is to get Jewish money, which means you got a Jew daddy, and the Jew tell you what to do, but you got money. My problem with Powernomics and everything that he's saying right here is he's saying that money dictates power. Money ain't power. Money is money. But your women tell you that shit. And these motherfucking social media influencers tell you that shit. Man, money is power. Get money. Money is power. You know how many niggas with money I'll slap the fuck out of? Make them buy the drinks. Take their car. Niggas got stories about me. My boy Brian was on here. He'll tell a joke, and I don't know what happened, man. Shout out to Petey. I ain't mean to do that shit. Petey was getting on my nerves though. Petey was driving the Lex, and he had just bought the new Lexus, and I was in the passenger seat for some reason, even though it was Brian Boy. Brian in the back seat. Petey said some shit, man, and I just stole him in the jaw from the passenger seat. Like, shut the fuck up and drive. And goddamn it, I don't give a fuck about your bread. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
That's a fact though. That's a fact though, yo. They get it fucked up. Like bread is power, but it's a two-step thing because knowledge is powerful. I mean, bread is power, but knowledge is powerful because you can have the bread. If you ain't got the knowledge, you ain't gonna know what to spend the bread on to keep it. You know what I mean? So they get it fucked up.
The money is so you don't. This is what money is good for. When you decide to be a man instead of a color, right? I don't care if you're talking about the Jews, the Irish, the Italians. This is what money is for. Money is to make sure you can feed your people and you can take care of your interests.
It's a tool.
It's a tool to take care of your interests. Whoever gives you that money, that's who you follow. Because if you don't, the person that feeds you can starve. Right?
Right.
So if y'all yelling Black Lives Matter and everything about Black Lives Matter was about black men dying, black men.
It was supposed to be.
No, it was. It was definitely about black men. The aesthetics. The aesthetics. It was definitely about black men. But all the resources went to Jews and gays. Because black men don't feel a sense of propriety or ownership. That's what I was talking about on the Big Mike Drop show. Or whoever show, it might have been Noble show, but I know Big Mike was on it. And everybody was like, man, we just need to get it done. I don't care who do it. And I was like, I care who do it. Propriety matters. Propriety matters. If rap is the biggest music of our time, then 40 years ago, there should have been more than just Russell Simmons saying, yo, we're gonna take over our music.
Facts, yo. And it should have been more than Eazy-E too, because Eazy-E saw it. Eazy-E saw the game plan. To this day, I think they killed my boy Eazy. I think they killed him. Eazy. Yeah, that's a whole different story though.
But even with no, it's related. Because even with Eazy, for Eazy to get in that room, he had to get Jerry Heller, the little Jew boy. Why wasn't there a what's my man name that did Secret Garden? Nigga was running Motown. He did Michael Jackson first two albums.
Berry Gordy.
Berry Gordy. Why wasn't a Berry Gordy there to cuff Eazy-E and say, yo, we see what you're doing. Y'all got a buzz. Y'all went gold without an album. I got you. You know what I'm saying? I keep telling you, these old men hate you.
But that's
a good observation.
It is though, but look, that shit is crazy right there, right? Because look, you gotta look at it too. Eazy saw it. Eazy used Hella, but then likewise, Hella saw where Eazy was going and tried to lock Eazy into the deal. Eazy was like, nah. I could own this shit. Like, I can be you. You gotta remember, Eazy always knew he can be that nigga. And that is what got NWA and Dre to be so prominent right now. That's a perfect example. Look at Dr. Dre. You think Dre would have got the Super Bowl 2022 to do the Super Bowl 2022 if he didn't make a deal with the devil and sell Eazy out back then? All Eazy wanted to do was own the music on the West Coast for the hood, for the gangsters.
Dre didn't sell Eazy out, but I get where you're going. Suge so Eazy out. But here's the thing: Eazy was a street dude. Suge was a street dude. Russell was a street dude. Puffy he was kind of street, but he was a party promoter. He was a popular dude. You know what I'm saying? Him and Heavy D. The people who made the influence were dudes from the streets. It still wasn't the talented 10. The talented 10 doesn't to create the bread or create the trend. They just want the credit and to fuck you up, to give it all to a bitch.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
The tribe up method works best when you cut out those people and you go direct to consumer, which is something Dame was talking about, except Dame sold out men to surround himself with women. When Dame was with guys, he was 300 mil. When Dame was like, I don't trust black men, I get all women.
That's a fact too. But you see how that deterred them, because the men fucked them over. The men fucked Dame over. They greased Dame, yo. They greaseball Dame.
You know
that's crazy.
But I don't think that now.
That's crazy, because even when I was young, even when I was like a young nerdy kid, I never wanted to surround myself with chicks like that. I never got that, because my thing was like, now that I think about it, like, unbeknownst to me, like, I was on some tribe with the fellas shit, like when I was like 7 and 8, like with my cousins and shit. Like we was making pacts and shit, like when we was young, like, yo, we gonna commit ourselves to each other, we gonna build, You know what I mean? We gonna build this. We
Try
gonna
to
do
keep
that.
lights off the channel, y'all. Talking about Magoo got bars.
The
Yeah.
waves, right?
With all the with all the
Timberland and Magoo.
Magoo got bar. Hey, with all the trolling that I do, that's totally you taking it to the next level, brother.
Yo, Tolo been next level though. Tolo.
And I bought that album low key in 97. I bought 97, 98.
Bird is the word.
That shit was fact though. That shit was fire though. That shit. You had that. You had Vibrant thing, right? Wasn't that the year?
Nah, that
Vibrant
was
thing was.
Q-Tip.
No, I
Yeah,
know,
that's
but it
all
was
that
the
was
year.
around
It
the
was the
same
same
year.
year. It was the same vibe. That was the same Greek Fest. That was the same Greek Fest year right there.
Yeah, Tim dropped that album. His debut joint was him and Jay-Z, Money Ain't a Thing. Then the rest of the album was Magoo. And then at the end of the album, they actually played 50 Cent How to Rob an R&B nigga. He brought out 50 Cent, but he don't get credit for that.
Magoo.
Nah, that Timberland Magoo album was where they put 50 as a throwback, like a bonus track.
Oh, okay.
That's the first place I heard How to Rob. I was like, yo, this hard when he
That was
come
a
out.
dope track.
Yeah, Mario DJ Angeletti. Though that was the funniest shit, yo. I loved him on the big album. That was when I first got put on to the nigga. B. Tell him why you mad, son. The mad rapper.
What was his
Tell him
name?
why you mad.
I ain't know his name. Tell him why you mad, son.
Tell him why you
It's
mad.
my
Yeah,
fourth
DJ
album.
Angeletti.
My fourth. I ain't made a dime yet. This thing made one album. Yeah, that's my shit.
That was some real hoods. That was when music was good, bro. When it was a movie, music was a movie. Then you had an intro, body, and conclusion, bro.
You had to have skill. You had to have skill. Bottom line, you know what I'm saying?
To get back to the point, man. Here's my thing, because I'm gonna roast more boomers all week. I'm here all week.
Oh, word. So then, yo, book me in, yo. I got a good one. I got a list. I got 15 signs you're a boomer. You know what I mean? So I'll do that over here at the daycare.
Hey, man. Look, bro. Hey, look. It's nothing. It's nothing. Look, man, this is what I'm saying. This is the difference between colorism and tribalism. There is no powerful race. None. Not one. There's no powerful race. There's way more people in the trailer park than there are rich white people. What there is there are great people who do great things and give credit to their people.
You don't think the Asians are powerful people? Chinese in particular?
In their country?
Globally.
Okay. First of all, that's unfair. China's only fallen off 100 years out of 7,000. China fell off after World War I. They finally got rid of the Ming Dynasty, and China just came back. China been doing shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like if you read it, like if you're in America, you like the Europeans took over the world. If you in China, they're like, shit, nigga, we've been doing shit since before. The Manchurian Dynasty, the Ming Dynasty. Damn it, man, these motherfuckers changed religions 2 or 3 times, kept the dynasty going. But that is culture. You feel what I'm saying? Your culture dictates your farm system. The same thing with Jews. When you expect a Jew to be a lawyer or an accountant, your culture dictates your farm system. With colors, you just expect motherfuckers to sell drugs or be an athlete because your culture dictates your farm system. Before basketball was really a thing, because basketball wasn't a thing to the 1980s.
Right.
They weren't even on TV until 1979. You know what I'm saying? And Michael Jordan took it global, right?
Mm-hmm.
So before the 1980s, I remember I was a kid in the 1980s, and Chicago, New York, and LA, a little bit LA, always had great basketball players. The South was known for football, though. Florida, Texas, Georgia, they were football powerhouses, right?
Right.
So when you were in a high school in Chicago or New York, they had high school coaches that would recruit you from 8th grade to like come to my high school. And then they would have deals with colleges. Like if you come to my high school, you ain't got to worry about no SATs. We're going to get you to Illinois or Georgetown or whatever. That was in the 1980s, 1990s. Then all of a sudden, around the 2000s, motherfuckers took that away from the coaches and started AAU.
That was
So
the
now,
Fab Five. The Fab Five fucked it up. Remember
yeah,
the Fab
yeah,
is Five, Michigan.
them boys was killing though. The 5-5 at the same, they were actually in that 5 year span, all 5 of them teams. Because before the 5-5, first it was UNLV, the Running Rebels, with Stacey Augman and Grandma Ma and all them. Then right after those, they had their 2 year run. The Fighting Illini come through with Kendall Gill, Stacey Augman, Kenny Battle, all them. Then the 5-5 come. 5-5 freshmen just killed the land, like back to back to back. And motherfucker said, yo, we need a farm system. So now AAU took over basketball. You know what I'm saying? Which to me made the competition worse because they all friends. They've been friends since like 8th grade, but
Right.
took over basketball because it's a farm system. If you want to go pro, you got to play AAU, and you got to be on a particular team. Like, was it Oak Burr? Or what fuck team Carmelo and LeBron went to?
Right. Right.
You got to be part of these teams if you want to go pro. But everybody got a farm system. Tribally, you can create your farm system. I've been telling y'all forever that niggas been marching for 70 years because nobody want to follow a 7-year plan. You could already have been in power. It don't take everybody, it just take the right bodies. But the right bodies are not social media influencers, and that's what you have been conditioned to. They always have pastors, they always have politicians going to your pastor to flip your church. Because your pastor's a social media influencer. That nigga don't run shit. He don't own a candy store. But he's a social media influencer. It's a reason that all of your influencers used to be religion. Now it's celebrity, right?
Right.
How can I reach the most amount of people and get the biggest message out? Let's
It's
go
gonna
through that.
go. It's gonna go wherever the highest influence is, basically.
Facts. It's the blue check. It's the Instagram blue check rule. Like
It's the blue check. That's what we're gonna call it from now on, nigga.
it's
The
the
blue
blue
check,
check.
the blue check niggas.
It's
No
the blue check
politics, it's blue
niggas.
check.
Them
That's
blue check niggas, bro.
But the funny thing is that you don't have to go through none of that shit. The problem I got with all these boomers is they keep talking color, but color means women, gay, and felon, and these are your ops. Every day they're your ops.
That's a fact, yo. They always try to divide the room, but they never tell us why they get the chance to sit and divide the fucking room, being the same color as us. Like, yo, motherfucker, you the same color as me. So how can you sit there and tell me this is the limitations, but then I'm here though. I'm here though. You know what I mean? I'm here, but the white man is the reason why you there. So then what the fuck is you? Well, what did you do to the white man? So why is he not OP'd in your process? And that's the part where it get funny. And that's why I don't fuck with these niggas, bro. I don't fuck with none of them but God, bro. I don't fuck with no
I
Martin
think.
Luther King.
I
I
think
don't fuck with
though. I think that we, as far as the boomers though, like the boom. I mean, if you want to be 1,000, the boomers, they put a lot of lessons out there, like that we have learned from, and we have obviously surpassed them. Um,
Probably in 3rd
so,
grade, but okay.
yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Me personally, I'm past the boomers. Like it. Like sometimes, you know what I mean. Like,
I get what you're saying though, Zone. Like I'm
yeah.
past them too, but the only thing that I don't like about them and the confusing thing I don't like about them is y'all did it wrong. Y'all did it wrong for so long. Fucked up, right? And instead of y'all saying and owning up to it, y'all try to sell us on how y'all didn't fuck up and why we should be humble because y'all survived.
I was having a conversation with Mr. Palmer one time on his show, and basically this is the boomers, because I was saying something about my mom, right? And like in this conversation, I had ended what I was saying, and he was like, "Bro," he was like, "Your mom ain't never gonna apologize. Don't even waste your time." And that's the boomers. That's the boomers. So going back and forth with, the only time I go back and forth with the boomers if they happen to pop they dusty ass head in one of these live panels. I'll be more than happy to go back and forth with a boomer all day.
I treat
But
boomers like I treat women. You got clothes on. You get one response, and as soon as you say some stupid shit, I don't even talk. I'll give you a perfect example of what the boomers are. My father needed a toilet. This is about 5 years ago. My father needed a toilet. So me and my little cousin, I went with my father. He didn't go to the store I told him to go to. That's first off, right? He want to go where he want to go because it's his money though. Go where you want to go. All the toilets were small and energy efficient, but this is the store you want to be in, and it's your money, and you right here in this aisle with me. We pick out a toilet. Pick out a toilet. I grab my little cousin. I say, "Yo, little cuz, come help me fix your uncle." So we take out his old toilet. His old toilet was leaking, so the floor under it, the base was soggy. Like if it wasn't a danger immediately, but you could tell. Like if you sit on it 100 more times, you might be in the basement. You know what I'm saying? So we went out, reinforced the floor, put new paneling down. Pretty much had to rebuild this floor to put the toilet in. Then put the toilet in. And then after we uninstalled the first toilet, fixed this floor, installed the second toilet, he says, "This toilet is too short. We need a bigger toilet. Why you pick this toilet out?" And been for 5 years, been telling people, "My son got this little ass toilet." Huh? He said, "I installed the toilet in the bathroom." What the fuck wrong with toilet in the bathroom? It don't leak. It's little. Nigga, I don't control the
like
size of a
he talking about little, like as in like
shit.
height from the floor to the.
Right, right.
But technically, look, health wise, because
That's what.
you know
Who the fuck shit standing up? You want to?
your intestines don't even stretch all the way out. Like, yeah, that I mean that's the healthy way. It's kind of supposed to be closer to the floor than it is the ceiling.
And this is how the new energy efficient toilets are done. I didn't make the toilet. I didn't make that. But anything that's wrong, and this is something. That's why I say boomer men are like women. Nothing's ever their fault. Ever in your life,
Who
bro.
shit standing up?
Ever in your life.
Oh man,
As far as your mom goes, he's right. And I tell y'all all the time, man, y'all grown looking for the hug y'all never got from y'all mamas, but girls will open their legs before they open their arms. So just got to
Yo,
eat.
that's
to
true.
me, they're the most non-confrontational but confrontational folks I've ever seen, bro.
They passive aggressive as fuck.
Thank you. I thought it was me, bro, because they don't want no smoke with the bitch, but they want smoke with the little niggas, though.
But here's the thing: the little niggas. Because here's the thing. Because I check boomers all the time because I need something to do, right?
No respect by default, bro. You get that Halo shit out of here.
I need something to do.
No, because they always put themselves in a position where they're trying to disrespect and emasculate a young man.
Yes. I have that problem with the older women, especially my teachers, the ones my third grade teacher, my fourth grade teacher, fifth grade teacher, sixth grade teacher. Them bitches think that they think they smarter than a fifth grader, yo.
They not. 70% of America not smarter than the fifth grade. My thing is, you're not going to pick on 12, 13-year-old boys for doing 12, 13-year-old boy shit. You're just not. You feel what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true.
And the whole thing is old women, like Goodbridge just said, old women attack you. Old women just talk. Boys, if you're a male, if you're a heterosexual male, God gave you the ability to block everything a bitch say out. So all you hear is want, 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 want.
That's
If
a
you
fact, though. That's
if
a
you didn't,
God-given ability. That's our God-given strength, bro. You right.
yeah, if you didn't, you would never be in a relationship. And you sure wouldn't be able to be around kids. You know what I'm saying?
It's a fact.
Mhm.
Because kids gonna show you everything, yo. Hey, look at this. Hey, look at this. Hey, look at this. Yo,
Men,
dad. Hey, dad. You
men's
saw this?
ability, this is what men's ability is. Men's ability to only hear things that are perfectly silent, because that shit ain't natural, and things that break. We don't give a fuck about nothing else. And that's how we survive through life, right? So but women hear everything. So when older women attack young boys will ignore it. They'll try to give her respect because matriarchy, but they'll ignore it to a certain extent. Like, yo, this lady tripping. And young boys are always looking for a man to protect them from an older woman because that's nature, right? I tell people all the time, I say a husband's number 2 job is to protect their kids from the mama because mothers will go off the handle. You need that dude to be like, hold on, just calm down. Yeah, all right. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
what boomers do is defend goofy bitches. So, I'll give you a perfect example. I think I told the story before. Me and my man go to the grocery store. We're in the parking lot. Shorties is asking for $1 to help older people put their groceries in the car. This old lady get mad that the kids asked her if they can help her with her groceries, called them all thieves and all types of shit. This little boy's just trying. Nigga, I remember people used to take your groceries, but all these for the quarter or whatever. She gets mad, start yelling. This old man start cussing the kids out to protect the woman instead of checking the woman for fucking with kids for being 11 years old. I just happen to be pulling up. Me and my man's the kids run over because now they still looking for protection. Because now it's an older man and an older woman, and they going to check
Facts.
security. And they see me and my man's a teacher. He just happened to know him because they was in his first grade class back in the day. And as soon as it was like, what's the hell? This man, we ain't even do nothing. We was just trying to, nigga, I blank. My boy was like, oh, don't. I was like, fuck that. Because niggas who know me know me. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I'm like, nigga, I ain't going. I'm like, who the fuck is you? You fucking with these kids? Nigga cussed him out, cussed her out. The security ran back in the store. Goddamn, man, it's like, yo, this nigga's wilding. But I'm like, nah, y'all wilding. Why are you trying to take
Right.
these boys' work ethic away from them?
That's a
That's
fact.
crazy. That's so insane, man. Like I don't know if y'all seen the clip or not of the chick that was at the airport that got tackled by
Oh yeah, that was a good tackle too.
hit her with the Ray
block.
Lewis, hit her
Yeah.
with the Ray Lewis tackle. Man, I seen all of them guys run into that chick's defense, and I'm just like, this is if it's me in that vicinity, I wouldn't try to, I wouldn't have said nothing to that chick. I would have let him handle her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's part of the problem is like these dudes, I don't know how in 2022 with all the bullshit that these, black men have been through, I don't know how they just are so like in it just to like still protect these chicks like that. Like they the reason, like you say, dirty, like the toddlers, everything that you try to do got canceled or demolished or destroyed because of a toddler. Now, at my age at 33, right? Vibing with the guys, how is it that I get the concept of that, but these guys that actually went through shit like, the Jim Crow Joe and all of the bullshit in the 90s and all of that shit that when, you know what I'm saying, they had to deal with all them time frames. I don't get how they don't see that shit. They still
Yo, Zone,
just like,
I get it.
it's because the longer you stay stupid, the harder it is gonna be to get smart.
Yeah.
And these guys, you gotta learn, like they've been programmed and ingrained in a system to be a fucking simp, bro. To love their mother no matter what. They will dig in that cat box, bro. That's what they've been doing for 20 years. So when you think a nigga get 20, when a nigga get to be 21, 22, he's been ingrained for 20 years. There was no red pill back in nowadays. So you add on another 5 more years to that. Now, after 25 years of being blue pill, digging in cat box, once you get the knowledge, it's still gonna take you at least 10 to 15 to get that shit out your system, bro. And that's where we at right now with it.
and it's crazy. That's the crazy part because the way that I operate as a human, my mind, I'm an adjuster. So once I get the knowledge and I become enlightened in something, I start changing like the next day.
Facts, yo,
Okay.
that's me.
His flip
So-
side. No. His flip side that they black. That's all. They black. I'll give you a perfect example of black, right? So, like, it's funny because I'm wondering who the fuck these bitches be fucking with that they be so comfortable talking shit to me like I ain't that nigga in real life, right? So I was at a yacht party. This was during the pandemic. This had to be 2020. I'm at a yacht party. I ain't got no pictures. You know I ain't got no pictures? I do got a picture, but it's a selfie by myself. You know I ain't got no picture? Because it was a local star-studded event. We talking the brand ambassador for the Illinois State Lottery. He on TV every day. We talking R&B stars. We talking yacht owners, all that shit. And they see me, they was like, "Oh shit, here come Oak," and all of my friends, we like all of my associates, we all cool. Like, take a picture. Oh man, I can't be taking a picture with you because black girls gonna be mad, nigga. Girls hate you. And I'm steady trying to tell them, like, no, these bitches love me. Hate is love to these bitches. Every girl that called me gay, fuck me. Like, don't listen to these bitches, bro. They got clothes on. So we going through this, and they're like, man, oh, we depend on black women to support our business. And I said, oh, that's what it is. I depend on men in China I ain't met yet to support my business because I've made my businesses Toddler proof because these bitches ain't gonna cancel me again. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Right.
So I had to do my own Powernomics, and I had to say, if black women have 1% of purchasing power, that's 1 penny. It's 99 cents out here. I'll make it to $1.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you conceive that 70% of all commerce comes from men. Women are the biggest spenders, but who money they spending?
Right. Right. That's the part they fail to realize, B. They fail to realize that.
They
So when
spending Tola money.
they definitely spend a total money.
Yeah. So they told me that too. They personally told me that Tolo, they give he bought him the Mother's Day gift, and then he also buy his own Father's Day gift.
Yeah, it told me when he riding, he cash apping. That's what they told me.
Damn, Tola.
But yeah, so when I took it for what it was, but here's the flip side, and this is why I keep telling you guys, like, yo, I can't try with guys who don't take tolerology for that reason, because how do you create an infrastructure with guys who will sell you out for a toddler? And that is what's historically been happening. If he talks about, because Claude just be talking, if he talking from 16, 18, we ain't had no political party. Nobody did. There was no political party. But what they had was native people who had John Smith in a yoke tied up, holding them ransom, and Pocahontas taught him the language, taught him how to get through the Appalachian Mountains, and gave him some head. They got betrayed by a toddler. America got conquered because of a toddler. And into the 1960s, they had her on the silver dollar. You feel what I'm
True.
saying?
That's a fact.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anytime that you see something great, please believe a woman is about to crush a black man for it. When I tell you guys that every quote unquote black movement was shut down by a woman, whether she was black or white.
It's a
White people,
fact. Look at the Harriet Tubman shit, bro. To this day, bro, I just recently learned this. My nigga Uncle Tom was Harriet Tubman before Harriet Tubman, bro. They only push Harriet Tubman in the forefront because she's a woman, bro. But Uncle Tom was doing what she was doing for years and better, bro.
I'm gonna tell you something else. Because they have a quote that Harriet Tubman said, I freed 100 slaves, I freed 100 more if they only knew they were slaves. But the truth is, she only freed 12 people, and she had the backing of the U.S. government to do it because she was a spy. And if you really want to be honest with it, your boy Frederick Douglass actually did free hundreds, maybe thousands. They never talk about the guy who stole a Confederate ship and took his whole crew to New England to freedom. Black men have been doing awesome shit.
Wait, guys. I think Tola's kind of upset with us. He's using those high school words again in the chat.
Hold on, man. This is like a Keith Murray lyric. Hold on. If you divide the square root to the hypothesis Pythagorean
Oh,
theory,
what the fuck?
then you have the equation to go.
Yo, I can hear him saying it and actually articulating that shit too. I can hear him, yo, in my head right now.
You astronomical niggas is comical.
we gonna need another Usher appearance sooner or later, Tola. It's coming. We gonna need another Usher appearance sooner or later.
Man, Tola got to get a new phone before he come on live, bro. You know, Tola phone be and on some 1998 shit. He still got a sidekick or something.
Still
That shit
got the
tap.
next.
This BMT. It's BMT tap that shit. That shit
Still
phone
got
tap.
the next tail.
Hey, you might need to check that though for real, Tola. See if your BMT put that app on it, that hidden app, so she can track.
Hey, I gotta roll out though. I gotta go get the little one right now.
Man, that's what it is, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right, bro. Salute to you, Zone, man. Finish having a great Sunday, bro.
Where your
Hey,
kid at, man?
and y'all go, huh? Say what now?
Where your kid at?
She with mom's right now, so I gotta go.
Oh, you gotta go pay your ransom.
Yeah, I got to go get her, man. I got to go get her. But hey, y'all make sure y'all go check out my simp song on my channel that I just uploaded after the good bread went off. Y'all make sure y'all go check out my simping on that song.
Put in the link, man. We finna play this shit for our shit.
Yo, I checked it out too, bro. I like that shit. Yo, Zone, man, yo, we gotta start thinking of putting something together. Yo, we gotta have our own. We gotta have our own music joint. We gotta have our own little music awards or something, yo. You know what I mean? We gotta do something.
Something, man. Let me hold on. Let me
Yo, they call Tola Pluto. That's hilarious. They calls you the Greek philosopher. Look, bros, we're gonna try, but we're gonna take over the colors. Because the colors don't they just want a logo. They don't want a leader. They just want a logo. That's all.
That's a fact.
They just want a logo.
Yeah, they just want some colors to wear. You know what I mean? They maybe a skull head. Maybe we throw a skull head on it.
And they only gonna rock with us for 2 years, but that's okay, because after them 2 years, China gonna love us, baby. That's what happens, right? You break dance for 4 years, China break dancing 40 years later. You know what I'm saying? You rock FUBU for 2 years, China still rocking FUBU. China still rocking Babe and Apes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We'll be big.
They still got K-Swiss out there, bro.
You know what I'm saying? K-Swiss used to be for your baby mama. Nah, it ain't for everybody. You know? So we'll tribe up. They'll shop with us for 2 years, and then they'll forget about us. And by then, I'll have a UN slot, and we'll do commerce with China. It's not a problem. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we'll have slaves by then, Tola. I promise you we will, bro. I promise you I strong arm all these slave chicks, bro. They really want to be slaves anyway. I show you video after video they want to be slaves. Video after video.
It's in there.
I ain't seen nothing. Oh, there you go. Hold on. We going. Oh, you got to put in the back channel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't click the link.
All right, hold up.
We're gonna check out Zone Simp song, and then it fits the theme though, because we talking about boomers, and boomers ain't number simps. So Curry says told the 2009 LeBron. Oh shit, you 2009 LeBron in the chat, man. You know what? And I want to hold on. Let me do this real quick for the 20 people in the chat. Make sure y'all like and sub as y'all come in. I want to give y'all the opportunity to get some money with us, man. Hold on.
Dirty folks. Dirty folks. Dirty folks. Know your soul. Know your soul.
You know me, guys. I feed the pack. Hold on. I feed the pack, man. So if y'all want to get some of this soap money, because we're gonna make it, bro. We're gonna make it. We're gonna get every man gonna be rocking our same. We're gonna do the same shit, bro. We're gonna get this squat, bro. What the hell? This
really, Tola? I look like Tank Tola.
You look like Hootie. Let's go.
Man, it seems like I've been avoiding this. You know, it's been on my mind lately. And I just feel like I gotta address it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you had me in your life, you'd be changed. I can be changed. You can change me for the better. I can change you for the better. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shorty, I'm feeling your vibe and feeling your style. From your toes to your hips to your lips to your smile. I've been wanting to talk to you right now for a while. This is a message coming to you from my sensitive side. If you down with me, then I'll be down with you. And if you ride with me, then I'ma ride with you. And that's real talk, getting with you, I wouldn't mind. I want you for myself, even if I die trying. I ain't 50 Cent, but when I see something I like, I just go for it. I ain't even gotta think twice. You're so beautiful, everything about you is. With you, I wouldn't mind having at least 2 or 3 kids. Can't you see? Me and you was made to be together. Just like a diamond, me and you can last forever. It's gonna be times where you be fussing and cussing at me. When you turned out to be right, I was just too dumb to see. I can see it in your eyes when you're looking at me. Baby girl, what I feel is real. Well, I wanna be your man, put a ring on your hand. So shorty, tell me what's the deal. I can see it in your eyes when you're looking at me. Baby girl, what I feel is real. Well, I wanna be your man, put a ring on your hand. So shorty, tell me what's the deal.
Oh, there's more? Oh, let's rock out.
Girl, you my princess. You make a nigga feel good when he in stress. I realize now that I have been truly blessed to have a girl like you who brings me happiness. Together, baby girl, I feel like we can grow. I'll be there for you anytime, rain, sleet, snow. I'll be your Jay, you can be my Beyonce. You know you sexy, got a body like Ashanti. We can live in a mansion driving new cars, or we can go to Hollywood and chill with the stars. You know I wanna give you love and affection. Anything you want, no need to ask the question. I feel like we have a very strong connection. Just having you in my life is a blessing. And since I met you, girl, I feel like I'm a changed man. I wanna make you my wife, now that's the game plan. Understand? I can see it in your eyes when you're looking at me. Baby girl, what I feel is real. Well, I wanna be your man, put a ring on your hand. So shorty, tell me what's the deal. I can see it in your eyes when you're looking at me. Baby girl, what I feel is real. Well, I wanna be your man, put a ring on your hand. So shorty, tell me what's the deal. I can see it in your eyes when you're looking at me. Baby girl, what I feel is real. Well, I wanna be your man, put a ring on your hand. So shorty, tell me what's the deal. I can see it in your eyes when you're looking at me. Baby girl, what I feel is real. Well, I wanna be your man, put a ring on your hand. So shorty, tell me what's the deal.
All right, baby. Shout out to the homie, man. Shout out to the homie for this army edition. And
Yeah, King Simp music.
shit, so total towers.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we gonna roast you, but it's alright. If you would have got it mastered,
Hey,
it'll hit harder. But
hey, it is what it is, man.
hey, but you know what I'm saying? It's hey, yeah, that's that I need love. That's what he gonna bring. Hey, that's what he gonna bring to a rap battle. Everybody else gonna be like, yeah, Murder King. You be like, so he
You
was
see, it's that shit. Like it's that music right there that got you that BMT, motherfucker.
Hey, everybody gonna be on their hard shit, and I'm be like, those hips, those thighs,
Hey, look, man, it's a time and a place for all that, though, man. I ain't even mad at you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at it. It's funny, but I ain't mad at you, bro. Hey, look, man, look.
I kudos to you for having the heart to play that in the red pill space, so that means you are absolutely comfortable in your
Oh yeah,
comfortable in your
man.
bot, bro. I love that, bro.
Yeah, because I mean, the thing is, I'm about what I say, like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yo,
I'm not trying to portray. I'm not trying to portray nothing like a lot of these guys. You know what I'm saying? Like it's shit. If I want y'all to see something or hear something, I'll put something out there. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, and then keep in mind too, because I was a musician, songwriter before I ever decided to start making content, getting on panels and shit like that. A lot of this shit we write for the money or we write for the clout. it don't necessarily mean that we mean it.
Look,
Yeah,
man,
yeah, I
I
know.
You know,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Friday night was beating the shit. Anyway, nah, look, bro. It's like I say, man, it's a place and space for all of it, bro. Like niggas just be cracking. Here's the thing, man.
Katie, I do. I wrote the song. Absolutely, I sing it.
Hey, see, this is what you do, right? You talk the song on the phone to your girl. You don't sing it though. You just talking like, shorty. What's the
Yeah.
deal? Look, if y'all only knew, man, how much, nigga, I talked the whole Jodeci song to a bitch before, nigga.
Come and talk to me.
And I really want to see you. Can I talk to you? I
Every
really want to know.
fucking day and every fucking night.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I throw some Mars and some bays in there. You know what I'm saying? I think about you every fucking day. Shorty. You know what I'm saying? But you know,
I done brought that blue pill energy in here. My God.
Oh damn, son, man.
Hey,
Nah, come on, y'all guys got to be diverse. Y'all can't be too
Hey,
all day
watch
long.
watch the next show. All the simps and blue pill guys be in here. Be like, yo, I heard y'all playing R&B over here.
All right, let me say this though. Let me say this. I want to, because this is definitely a black pill space. I think I'm past red, but I want y'all to understand something. And I saw, who the fuck was that? Somebody on my Facebook. They was talking about, can incels be red pill? Talking about they need their own space, and I agree. I don't even call it a pill. I just call it being a man, just not being black, right? As a man, you operate on your passion, right? It don't mean that you don't like girls. It don't mean you don't have sex. It don't mean you gotta have all your R. Kelly and your Tevin Campbell old school tapes. It just mean you whatever with clothes on. I mean, fuck, she has no purpose with clothes on. Your job is to get her clothes off. I mean, what else you gonna do on a Thursday night? Ain't shit on TV. You know what I'm saying? You wanna
Facts. That's why I said, Dirty. That's why my challenge still stands, yo. Email me that dating coach that's single, no bitch getting dating coach that's out here telling niggas liking women or trying to court women is simping. I need to know. I need to pull up.
And he said someone should launch the Playhouse. That's
Nah, he's saying that because on the earlier stream, you know, like how like when it's towards the end of the stream, like if it's towards the end of Mr. Palmer, Mr. Goodbread be like, yo, class at 10:30, or you might be like, yo, you might get on the panel, you might say, yo, after this, we gonna open a daycare. I made a joke earlier in Goodbread chat. I said I was gonna open the playground after. You know, like how y'all be doing it.
Yeah, I ain't you know what? Look, man. Look, but I'm on a whole different level of tolerability. Let me tell you what I was doing. I was trying to get girls to host watch parties for P Valley because I figured I could kick an orgy off if they saw other people get penetrated. You know what I'm saying? Because I hate foreplay now. So I just wanted to get straight to it. Let me tell y'all something. Because a lot of people, this is a whole different stream, and we finna shut this down. But let me tell y'all,
It's Patreon talk.
Yeah. But women just like to watch people get penetrated. It don't matter because women don't have a concept of gender. They really are gender fluid. That's why they hate me and become a lesbian for 2 years and come back pregnant, right? Women just want to see somebody get penetrated. They love that shit. I slept with girls. They be like, oh, I wish my girlfriend get some of this so I could watch and see if this weenie do that to her. Girls just like to see other people get pounded. Live though, like guys may watch porn. Women want to see live shows. That's why they like to go to bachelorette parties and paint and sips and all that. If you got some coloring books and some penetration going on and some wine, they going. I was gonna bring tequila and taco.
He's dead ass on point though.
Hey, but all this poking stuff, all that penetration stuff is getting out of control though. Hey, there was a post on Twitter from the New York Post talking about that. It says anal sex taboos put generation of women at risk amid butt boom. That's exactly the headline. That's the headline.
I've been doing anal and piano girls for 20 years, man. I don't know nothing about what they talking about. You know why? You know why I like anal? because I'm like, yo, at least I'm gonna be the first to get in some hole. Like I know I ain't the first in the mouth or the
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna spit on this shorty. We gonna work it out. I'm gonna take your virginity one way or another. I'm here. I'm here for the whole thing. Then I'm gonna pee on you because I'm claiming you because I'm a male mammal, and this is what male mammals do. And they be mad, but that's okay. Wash it off. The They be mad though. Don't nobody accept. I had one girl accept, a Puerto Rican girl down in Texas, but everybody else they be mad. They be wanting to fight, but you can't fight because I peed on you. So you know. For some reason, people never fight through the pee. They always shocked. Oh my god, I can't believe you peeing on me. I'm here for you, baby. I claim you now. Peeing her hair so she got to take the weave out. I'm here for her. You know what I'm saying? I do this for the coach.
Bitch.
I do this for the coaching, man. You know what I'm saying? But that shout out to Zone for bringing that Donnell Jones vibe back.
Yeah, man. You know, I had to do it. It's a Sunday. You know, I had to put that out there.
You know what I'm saying? That was the perfect cap on a Boomer video.
Perfect.
No, it wasn't. Because Boomers, believe it or not, Boomers were the most cheating motherfuckers ever. Every Boomer song had to end with some married woman cheating with them. Me and Mrs. Jones.
That's
or
true.
crying. Or he ain't crying that sucker either. So you know what I mean?
And you ain't cry. You ain't cry. You ain't had no background dudes co-signing you getting some pussy.
Right. You ain't have no super forces and shit. You was a one-man band.
That's true.
You was a one-man band.
I really was. I played all the goddamn instruments. Shit.
Yeah, man. You so that was more 90s when dudes were solo acts. That wasn't really Boomer. That was more like older Gen X. The dudes were born in the 60s, Gen X. That wasn't really not. That was if it was true Boomer, you would have had 3 dudes with you, and all y'all been singing to the same girl and shit. Like they gonna get some pussy too. Like
facts. You could be a Black Beetle, but you can't be a Boomer. You can't be a Beetle.
I'll accept that.
It's rules of engagement, bro. By era, we don't make this stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Rules of this. Now, if you would have said you want to sleep with her friend, that would have been 2010s. You know what I'm saying? If you want to say you want to sleep with my girl, that would have been 2000s. And why is that?
And if you would have said, hold on, and if you would have said you slept with her dad cousin, that would have been drill. That would have been 2022.
But you couldn't say you slept with her. You had to say you were smoking on her.
Right. You were smoking on her dad cousin.
I was just about to say that. Smoking on a cousin.
You got a smoking on a cousin. You know what I'm saying? That'd have been 2020. You know what I'm saying? You got to go back. So you was like the 90s, early 2000s right there. You was
that's my era though.
Yeah, that was properly simpish, but it was about love. It wasn't about sex. It was
something about that song got Ashanti on the wall written all over that. You gotta
it wasn't super simpish like the late 80s, like I pay your rent, buy your clothes, cook your dinner too when I get home.
Oh man.
It wasn't super simpish like the late 80s. It wasn't really freaky like the mid 90s because it was all about sex in the mid. That's why I love the mid 90s music. It was all about sex. It was nothing about love. Like I'm freaking you.
Right. Like pumps in the bump. Man, Luke was it.
Sex me.
Yeah, we got that action, boss. You know what I'm saying? And that's my shorty. You know what I'm saying? You still had some love in it. It was some I kind of respect you as a person. You know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hey, because I got daughters, so I be writing shit, you know what I'm saying, just in case they hear some shit, you know what I mean? Like, I'm careful about my image and shit, you know what I'm saying? What I put out there.
What the fuck is your mama trying to tell you, Tola? What happened? I saw that on the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre when the first one, that the prequel, that's what their mama did. And had them in the backyard chopping up lambs with the chainsaw and all. I think your mama trying to, hey, don't make your mama mad, bro, because she got a chainsaw, bro. That's all I'm saying. Don't be part of a chainsaw related accident. I'm like, yo, that's that nigga Tola, yo. He said, "Nah, I need a leather mask." Yo, let me tell you something, bro. I keep masks. Hold on. I keep everything about this little desk. Check this out, man. This is what I do. I keep a mask. Now, This look like the mask for women, right? But the mask is really for me. I ain't took it out the wrapper yet. I got one for me. So I mine out the wrapper. This for so if ever, and they cheap, bro. They like $4. If ever you get drunk and you see a butterface and you like, fuck it, get this mask. Get this mask. It'll change your life, bro. She can be whoever you imagine, bro. Get this mask. I'm here for you, baby. I got
Said
you.
whoever you imagine.
I'm here for you. And then get some of this because they gave me this free when I bought the mask. It's called Emotion Lotion. Now I don't use spit no more. Now I put this on when I do the anal. And don't let girls shame you because I can't be shamed because I'm comfortable with me. Don't let girls tell you because you want a girl to be shaved down there that you a pedo. Don't let no girl tell you just because you want to hit the back door that you must have them tendencies. That don't mean nothing. I'm trying to violate you and disrespect your body in every way possible, shorty. I'm here for you. I'm trying to.
Hey, but look, toddlers, they want to be violated.
I know, right? They want to be slaves. They want to be choked. I got rope. I ain't gonna pull out the rope. It's too far from the desk. I got rope and I got like a little, not this, but I got like a bandana like Tupac. And I put the bandana around their neck and then I put a noose around their neck and I ride them like a pony and shit. I choke them while I'm doing anal. So if I hit it hard, they buck. I pull the string and choke them.
As you should. They want to be stopped. They need to be
They
stopped.
need to be stopped. I'm doing my part. Y'all need to take tolerology and catch up, man. So y'all can do y'all part.
That's a fact. Because honestly, if you don't do that, guess what they're gonna do? Nothing. They don't want to do nothing.
Nothing, nigga. Nothing. I told her I don't like spitting on them no more, bro. I don't like spitting on them because they spit on each other. I think that's disrespectful. And now I use lube because at one point in time I used to use butter, but it was giving them yeast infections and shit. So now I try to respect my partner as much as I can while I'm, violating them because I'm a humanitarian, bro. So this is another reason I stay dirty, folks. Because if I ever became an upstanding young gentleman, you know how many motherfucking grape cases I get when I make it?
Yeah, they coming. Me too. They coming. Me too.
They be coming.
Shit, they gonna me for your ass. Ain't no me too. Me for.
So I just keep it down, so now they be like, yo,
he had us all in the room, 4 of us at one time.
Yeah, and he said it on YouTube. They're gonna pull his stream up. You know what I mean? They see, he said it. And that's what he did. He put the thing around my neck and he rolled me and he bucked me and
he respectfully degraded me, Your Honor. He violated me respectfully, though.
He coerced me.
He didn't spit on me. He put the lube down there.
Hey, look, man. I'm gonna beat but my whole thing is I put the bandana around them first gently. So they know what's happening.
Calm down, bro. Calm down.
No. I'm telling you, if they can watch P Valley, they can take this. I'm telling you. And this is why I was trying to do the P Valley watch party. And I got a homegirl who's a model manager. And I was like, why don't you get all the models to the crib and we'll watch P Valley together? You know what I'm saying? I ain't never watched P Valley before, but I was gonna take one for the team because I was like, as soon as they do, I'm like, yo, we could do that. I was gonna be there for it, baby. You know what I'm saying? But I couldn't get no P Valley watch party, which is probably for the best because I don't want to see P Valley. But
yeah, I don't either.
But I would have took that for the team, bro. If she would have got 4 or 5 girls to come, I would have came through with 3 bottles of $8 Moscato and a bottle of tequila for myself, a bunch of tacos. All girls want to do is eat, get drunk, and act like they was too drunk to know what was going on. Bro, I'm here for that. I'm about that action, boss.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Y'all want to be in love, bro. That's why niggas is incels. Y'all looking for somebody to love you like you wished your mama loved you. Your mama ain't love you, or she would have told you these bitches ain't shit. Look, I know that I'm goal oriented. I don't care what they gotta say. I don't care what they talking about, because nothing they say with clothes on matters. You know how many girls told me I'm too silly to have sex with? Boy, you just funny. I couldn't even picture you being romantic. I'm like, all right, you slide through this motherfucker. Take that shit off. You play too much. I'm taking it out. I'm gonna be ripping my shirt. You play too much. You know what I'm saying? Girl, because I say, hey man, You know what you came for. I told you on the phone, like, you finna do nasty. Oh, you too funny. I can't picture doing the nasty. Slide through. You know you can't do this. You just mad because we ain't have foreplay. But sure, they don't have foreplay because I don't like you. If I like you, I have foreplay. So that's foreplay every 4 years. Only leap year. I've meet a girl I like, and I might do that. But I'll say you, it's Thursday. What the fuck else I'm gonna do? It's Thursday.
Fourth day of the week.
You know
Fourth day of the
Yep.
week.
what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing, shit else to do.
Ain't shit else to do. You ain't worried about going on a real date because that's weekend activity. You know what I'm saying?
And you ain't got a babysitter.
I'm helping you out. You ain't got shit to do either. I'm here for the peoples. But I'm telling y'all, man, we're gonna shut this down, man. I'm telling y'all though, this Powernomics shit is some modern day slavery shit. They just keep all these old motherfuckers, they keep calling themselves economists, but don't none of them talk about economics.
They only show their economics. They only tell you what they got and dangle it in front of you.
They keep telling it that something's wrong with you, that you a permanent underclass, and then they tell you about our people have been here for 200 years and we have horse ranches and all types of shit. All they telling you is, because here's the fucked up part. What they really telling you without telling you is women are the generational curse. Women lead to poverty. Women will put you in a position that you'll be in poverty. That these bitches ain't your friends. They may be your lovers, but they not your friends. You know what I'm saying? The guys is your friends. How many girlfriends have you had? You probably had the same two best friends since 3rd grade. How many girlfriends have you had? You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Girls come and go. You gotta choose guys. If you need 2 incomes to run a household, that means you need to holler at your guy, and you and him need to do something on the side for a second stream of income. Do not depend on these bitches for nothing. You need to be her boss. Marry your secretary. As soon as you ask this bitch for light bill money, she thinks she got a voice, and she gonna talk with clothes on, my nigga. Clothes. That's crazy. Don't put
These bitches' job is to convince you that they have value and they have no value until you give them what you need them to do for you. You get that, guys? They have no real value. And if they do have value, they don't know how to include that to make you level you up until you program them, bro. They all programmable. They all want to be programmed, bro. You just gotta
Yeah,
take
and they have value because, like you said, their value is what I say it is. Oh, you don't appreciate me? Absolutely. Let me show you what your value is. Bend over.
or whatever. Bend over is part of your value, but whatever it is. And so
Bust it open for a nigga.
and I have been with a girl with a bipolar coochie, and it was the best ever. And she dumped me, and I cried. I cried. I cried. First of all, she didn't like me, and she told me the first day she met me, she didn't like me. She told me she didn't even want to give me her phone number. I tricked her to get her phone number. Hold on. First of all, I ain't shit. But this is what happened. We go to a club. I'm hollering at this girl. The girl I'm hollering at is cute, a red bone, you know what I'm saying? Nice figure, you know what I'm saying? As Mr. Oversee, she had collarbones, you know. Then I see this tall Amazon. It's this bitch about 6'2", nigga, just walking through like a giraffe, my nigga. I love climbing mountains, nigga. Come to find out, the tall chick is friends with the chick I'm hollering at. So I can't holler at both of them. My boy, this is a couple years back. My boy had just bought the Lex. So I go shoot my shot at the tall chick. The tall chick say, "You cute, but you too short for me. I'm 5'10". She's like, "You too short for me. I don't fuck with niggas under 6'6". I said, "Well, look, why don't you give me your phone number, and I'm gonna give it to my boy in the Lex, cause he tall. My boy is not tall. We the same height. But anyway, I said he ain't never got the car. I said he tall. She said, all right. So she wrote her number down, whatever. So I give my boy the girl out, the light skinned girl, just hollering at, because he likes short girls. I'm like, yo, you take the light skinned one. I'm gonna fuck this tall bitch. I holler at Shorty on the phone for like a week. She thinking I'm somebody else. Then I was like, man, come pull up on me. She pull up on me. She's like, oh, you the same little short nigga I said I ain't want to fuck with. I said, well, shit, you might as well fuck. Bro, when I tell you, I had never been with bipolar pussy before, bro. It was good face, like face. And it felt like a whole different girl from the back, bro. I was like, this is bananas. And I'm going wrong because I ain't shit. I don't even know her last name. But I'm in it to win it. This bitch is treating me like a bust down, nigga. And I'm her willing, but she was like, yo, my son go to bed at 9 o'clock. You can come over at 10. And then her son had to be at school at like 8 in the morning. He had to be up at 6:30. So she kicked me out at 6. So I'm every day, nigga, I'm driving an hour, nigga, like 45 minutes. She live in the suburbs. I'm driving 45 minutes there at 9:30 religiously, nigga, like I'm punching in for my job, nigga. Fucking this bitch, going to sleep. She waking me up at 6 o'clock, kicking me out. I'm like, nigga, I'll be back tomorrow, nigga. The pussy was that good, nigga. She treat me like a Vic. I don't give a fuck. And it's cool because I ain't got to take her nowhere. Because it's Thursday, right? So I'm getting free pussy, bipolar pussy. It's shit phenomenal. So I must have been fucking this bitch for like 5 weeks, like religiously, dog. 5-6 days a week, religiously, nigga. Religiously. Won't miss a day, nigga. So I'm fucking this bitch for 5 weeks, and just one day I was like, yo, shorty, when do you get a period? You know what I'm saying? So, long story short, she told me that her period irregular, and then she dumped me. I think that bitch got an abortion. But shout out to her though, man. And I remember she changed her number on me, nigga. I met that bitch I had a MySpace address. We didn't even have Facebook, nigga. We did have Facebook. She blocked me on Facebook. I went on MySpace, like, shorty, quit playing with me. Call me. Like, bro, that shit was addictive, B. I ain't gonna front to you, B. That bipolar pussy is a shit, nigga. And shout out to Nikki, man. Her name was Nicole. Shout out to Nicole. It's different because no girl named Nikki, real name is Nicole. Shout out to Nicole. Hey,
Shout out to Nicole.
I know what you meant, B, but I'm telling you, bro, that shit was down to like 2 separate ones, bro. I swear to God, I'm like, it felt like I was cheating on her with her. I swear to God, bro. I swear to God, nigga. That shit was it was beautiful, B. Somebody lucky, but we fell out though. I ran into her in the club later on. She was fucking with a 6'7" nigga, and we got into it in the club. She's like, that's my brother. I'm like, I don't give a shit. Nigga. But yeah, shout out to that. And shout out to Zone for blessing us with his Hootie and the Blowfish ass love song.
Hoo hoo.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Good Bread. Good Bread, you got any last words, bro?
Nah, man, it's always a pleasure, man. Love y'all niggas, man. Y'all already know what time it is.
Hey, send me that list of 15, man. We can do that shit tomorrow, bro. It's nothing.
Bet. All right, so I'm gonna holler at you though. Tomorrow I get out of the warehouse like 2 o'clock. So I'll probably be at like 3. What's that your time?
Should be an hour behind, so whatever.
All right,
we'll work it out.
we'll link. I'm gonna send you a thought.
All right, I got you. What up, Hootie? Any last words?
Hey man, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me and dealing with my blue pill Donnell Jones simpery today. I really appreciate y'all for that. You know what I'm saying? Go over to the channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. One of these days I'm gonna go live sooner or later. You know what I'm saying? But great show as usual, dirty folks. And y'all make sure y'all hit the live button, hit the subscribe, make sure y'all pay y'all daycare fees, and we're gonna do this again.
Right. I ain't seen a daycare fee. You motherfuckers, you. Anyway, I want to thank Mr. Goodbread Zone and all these goddamn boomers. Fuck these boomers. Look, guys, all I want to say.
Yo, I ain't gonna knock the fellas. Don't knock the fellas, guys. I know what it is. It's August, guys. So these dudes they getting that money up for that back to school shopping. You know, Yes a boss got a ransom on their neck. You know what I mean? They gotta have that book bag and they gotta have that back to school money. They gotta have all that consumerism shit. You know what I mean? So they ain't got it right now, Dirty. We'll see them.
Hey, I don't know how to set up the super chat, Tola. I don't think I can set it up till I get 1,000 subs. I don't know how to set up super chat.
KDH, I might have one more for you. I don't know.
Hey, KDH, I think this blue pill, I think a blue pill commercial just keeps us grounded on how far y'all come and y'all
great way to trace it out.
Nah, I'm serious, like, you know, because we all started off blue.
We did start off blue.
Hey, and keep in mind, I am a songwriter, so I'm not done. I got a lot. So you know what I'm saying? Just keep that in mind, KDH.
Everybody started off blue, and we all changed at different times. Like I changed at 15. A lot of y'all guys changed in your 20s, 30s, but we all started off blue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we all started as Adam, man. We all started as Adam.
Yeah, we all did. We all loved our mama and our grandmama, and you know what I'm saying, and look for the reflection in other people. We all started off blue, and then these bitches put on clothes and started talking. It's their fault. It ain't your fault. Ask yourself this, guys, on the outro. Ask yourself this. Every time you see a 2-year-old boy, y'all done dated single moms before. If y'all ever got pussy, y'all done fucked a single mom. Y'all might not have cuffed her, but y'all fucked her. Look at any 2-year-old boy. 2-year-old boys will fight a grown man to cock block for his mama. What turns a 2-year-old boy that'll fight a grown man, fight lions, try to stop cars to protect his little sister? What makes some 18-year-old boys to be like, man, fuck these hoes? Something happened between the ages of 2 and 18 to make them go against their natural position of protecting women to being like, yo, don't say what she don't want to be said. So, and I'm telling you what it was is girls with clothes on and boomers that's trying to make you defend girls with clothes on.
True. Hey, KDH, I'm not gonna take that to the court. They got to come to the daycare if they want to hear all that.
Oh yeah, you can't sing in court, man. That's contempt.
They got to come to the daycare for all that.
You can come to daycare, man, and I'm gonna do a better job. I'm gonna bring crayons and grape juice. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna work it out. Man, as always, man, it's always a pleasure, guys, man. I appreciate y'all supporting the daycare, man. I appreciate everybody that tuned in.
That's a fact, man. Righteous Fair, what's up? Salute, guys.
Yeah, all y'all bread eating ass niggas and court fee paying ass niggas.
And I'm gonna take and I'm gonna take it. Love yourselves as you love each other.
You got it backwards, yeah.
Feed the pack.
That part right.
I'm taking your shit.
Yeah, that's cool. Except you said it backwards. Love each other as you love yourself, man. But yeah, feed the
I was
pack.
close.
You had the right shit. It was just the wrong order. It was kind of dyslexic. You know what I'm saying? Just like when girls talk, like I think I know what the fuck she's saying, but I don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
Yo, guys, make yourself a sheep and the wolves gonna eat you, bro. You ain't a victim, bro.
It was not a victim, as a matter of fact. But y'all are cowards. I'm here for you. No, for real. No, I'm just saying, like everybody wants a champion, but colors want a martyr. That's two different things. To be a champion means you can ride with me. To be a martyr, motherfucker got to die first, and then y'all celebrate him after they dead. Like, oh, that nigga dead. He died for us. Well, who gonna lead us next? The system gonna lead you, man. Tribe will create a system that will be what you need to be, because the mission always dies with the man, but the system lives on. So, man, we're gonna try to create a system that works for us. Then we ain't got to worry about all these colors. We got our own Powernomics. We got our own economics. It's gonna be guys in here that had different skills and abilities, and I'm gonna show y'all how to lock it in. When I get to 1,000, I just talked to my mentee earlier today. When we get to 1,000, I'm gonna show y'all boys how to get passive income and get rich off silly shit. You know what I'm saying? The only problem is here's a problem, and this is Patreon information for real. But the only problem is the buy-in is 60,000. But it's the same 60,000. You rotate. This is how the Jews got on. This is how the Irish got on. This is how the Italians got on. This is how the bourgeois niggas got on. But they don't break bread because they think they better than the dudes that work, that actually get the bread. They want to have their own exclusive black boys club that don't work. It don't work. That's why they still doing fucking speeches about systemic racism. Yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. But I got a whole thing. Y'all go have passive income. Everybody in the tribe, but I'm only fucking with niggas in the tribe. So if y'all ain't took y'all tolerology and all that shit, don't even worry about it. But the niggas that's tribed up, the tribe gonna feed each other, and we gonna make it happen. I got a whole plan. Shit, it's dope. Anyway, love each other as you love yourself. Feed the pack. Tribe up. Give me monies. Pay your fucking daycare fees, and make sure, man, that y'all study y'all tolerology. And we out, coloreds.
Peace.
Toddler tales are crazy stories that could only happen to me. Each tale is endorsed by Toddlerology and the Marry Your Secretary courses. In a world where toddlers are only loyal to her employer, learn the skills needed to train your toddler to work at your relationship like she works at her job. There's courses for every level of your relationship status, including polygamy. Need support? Join scheduled study groups with other Toddlerology members. Click the link below. And now, back to today's story.
Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Stay away from cities with dyke mayors. They spray the pipes major. Don't play with your life, player. Or shake the dice, player. But if you got a quota, then stay away from toddlers. These bitches are fight promoters. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Train your toddler. Please train your toddler. Whippings, timeouts, take her allowance. Cause on what she will destroy your life if you allow it. Fucking, I'm tired of rapping. Yo, low, bring in the choir. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare.
Why are you moving out? Why did Daddy say so?
Because we were talking about every night, I wanted some boyfriend, so I'm moving out. Okay.
Because Daddy told you can't have a boyfriend in his house? So you're moving out?
Yes.
Dirty folks.